Hey, welcome to Tech Circus. I'm Tech 702, otherwise known as Mike, or do not adjust your screen. There's one single pale ginger face on right now. I'm waiting for my co-host. They're logging on remotely today, so we have a little bit of an adventure going on. I think they're just trying to teach me a lesson. You want it on your channel? We'll show up when we feel like it. Anyways, looks like, oh, I got a face here.
Let's see how well this actually works. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low. If you can boost your gain, if that's possible, mobile. I don't know. I figured it's a Tesla. It's got to have all kinds of stuff in it, right?
I know, right?
Elon, we need a mobile studio in the Tesla. It needs to happen.
Seriously, I don't know why this thing. I am mic'd up. Is it any better now?
It's better now. Yeah, maybe move. Is that a lav?
Yeah, it's a lav.
Maybe move it 3 inches higher or 2 inches higher. I think that's fine. Your sound is fine. It's just a little under.
I'm going to mute while I move this thing then. Not that, you know.
Let's do that. Hey, chat. What's going on? How are you guys doing today? Savvy Turtle, Technically Lurking, Techie K, 2&A Tech, and 4 other lurkers. I love the lurkers. Probably screenshotting me to save for later. I like that. I don't care what you do with it. It's your own business. So today we're going to talk about some tech stuff. It's another Saturday afternoon doing the Tech Circus thing here. And today's broadcast is going to be a little bit different. So we're hoping to bump some numbers in here today. And we have all kinds of weird things planned. Some guest people that may or may not be stopping by. At the rate we're going, I have myself. So I don't know if anybody even wants to go on a stream with me at this point. But then we'll also be doing a giveaway if we can get up to 50 people in chat. So retweet the stream out there. If we get 50 concurrent people in chat, I will be giving away a $50 gift card to Amazon. And I'll literally go into chat. You got to log in with your actual, I don't care if it's your burner account, but you got to log in. And I'll go to a randomizer right here on the show and give away a $50 gift card to Amazon. So retweet it, get the word out there. And yeah, I will do whatever. I will pander however necessary to get my numbers. I'm not above anything. So I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. What's going on here? What's good stream? Thank you, service. Jason C, what's up, brother? It's good to see you.
Audio any better? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, the audio is better.
I mean, it's still me. So
hi,
all right.
There you are. You're a blinking sphere of black battery powered.
Yes.
And now you're blown out by the sun instantly a moment later. So I guess Michael Pepper is taking a sweet time today.
This is weird. This is so on my end. I look good. Am I still? I mean, I always look good on my side. But are you?
That's questionable.
Am I still blown out, or am I solid?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good now.
Okay.
That's much gooder.
Cool. I'm just in the car, which is, it's driving. So I'm back here relaxing. I don't want to do too much.
I was just going to tell people you were green screening. That you were green screening the carpool karaoke angle.
You can do that too. I actually am stopped for this one, so it's totally legal to consume my Mountain Dew while I'm stopped.
I like it.
So,
and it's a Tesla, so there's not really keys in the ignition, so you can't really get popped for that, right?
No, at some point it's going to make noise and do something though. I just know it. It's going to try to, arm something or turn on something. So.
If somehow, some way, I know I've seen all the cool 360 cameras you have on that thing. If there was a way to get those as like a third window in StreamYard, and we could just have you drive to like Walmart parking lots and creep on people and do commentary, I think that in itself could be its own channel.
That is my other channel, but it's named something that you'd never guess, and I'm not going to share it here.
Who is this guy?
I've seen that guy before. It's
not that one. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, that's not it.
So every time I went to connect, it would say device is not connected. Every time I tried to get in. So that's what took me so long.
Oh, there it is. That's what we were looking for.
Just in case you wondered. I was trying.
I thought you were I thought you were protesting.
No. I was amateur testing.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Look at what do we got in here. Hey,
now,
Yates
Chris,
Networks.
You're not driving,
I'm not young.
are you?
No, I'm not driving. That's somebody else driving right now. We're just waiting for the light to change. Yeah, we're good.
You guys see Yates called me young gentleman? You guys, it's like, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I didn't actually, my view of chat right now is completely and wholly broken. I now understand why you guys, when you join these things remotely, you're so miserable, because it's literally like you've got this window as full screen and then everything else is just busted.
Yeah,
So
there we go. So before I get into regurgitating everything that's already been said this week for the umpteenth time, do you guys have anything going on new technology wise in your lives?
Well, from my side, I don't really, other than trying to come up with better solutions for mobile streaming. And I don't have a result on that yet, so I'll have to let you know later. But that's really about the only new thing that I have. I mean, I have cases for the Pixel 4a, looking forward to that device. I'm very much looking forward to that device, actually. But I have nothing physically, tangibly new and exciting to speak of on this fine day.
That would explain why you were trying to have a day off when we interrupted it with a stream.
Or the other way around. I was looking for an out.
Pepper, you're looking quite crispy this evening. What did we do here? Is this the ZV1?
No.
Oh. D. Niman had that ZV1 on the other night, and it looked like an M50 with glass on it. It was nice. It was like my ZV1 never looked that good.
Yeah, there's got to be like some witchcraft around that. I don't understand it. Like, some of them are awesome, some of them aren't, and it's real. Like, mine was good as long as it was sitting still and it was filming something that I didn't care about. Like, it would focus on like the cables on the desk, and I was like, this is amazingly cinematic, and then I'd touch it and it would focus on something entirely different and inaccurate. It would focus on Michael's hand. Michael, what are you showing us? Is that your security card?
No, I'm just showing how good the focus is on this thing, how it quickly switches back and forth, and the microphone doesn't get picked up.
Actually, put that up again, like in the middle of the screen. Oh yeah, just leave it there, just like that. That looks good.
Yeah,
I let go and it just floats.
Yeah,
just leave it there for the whole show.
Just...
That was an improvement already.
We're getting a lot of likes, I noticed, when that happened. So.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. By the way, everybody that is in chat, or if you're watching this in replay, before you proceed any further, please go like the stream. We are desperate for the attention. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to discuss why we are here. Why are we here? Yeah, I don't know if we can go all the way. I don't know if that's going to happen in an hour-ish show.
Well, like, does he mean the meaning of life like that?
I mean, there is some technology component to metaphysics that we could get into. I don't. You want to talk about energy levels, like spiritually? We could go there.
Astral projection.
I suspect Tuna wants to know what the topics are of the evening. He does say let's get deep though.
Okay, so we don't really. This is kind of like a hodgepodge, whatever you want to call it, potluck of topics. So we're gonna start. You brought it up. We're gonna start talking about the Pixel because this is fresh on my mind. And I was talking to Gary and a couple other people on Twitter, also in chat. Feel free to chime in at any point about your thoughts on the pick. When you see the topic on the banner, jump in, say you hate it, say you love it, call me a fanboy, like whatever you want to do, because that makes it easier for us to kind of, make the content how you want it as far as the discussion goes. But I'll start by saying, been looking forward to this for a long time after we saw what the 3A has done. I had the 2XL, I had the 3XL. I never had the original Pixel. And this is going to be dipping my toe back into it because I've been Pixel-less since about January or February. So I'm super pumped. I get mine on the 19th. It's supposed to be here 4 more days. Of course, I'll be at work when it comes. So those are always good. Hoping your kids don't lose the box before you get home. And so look forward to a lot of Pixel stuff. Chris, I assume you ordered one?
I did, but yeah, well, as I talked about, either it was here or my show last week where I was talking about how I ordered it and then canceled it. So I did have to order it through Best Buy. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I go pick it up. Like, if people are swearing, and I know all the review units and all that stuff have happened, but I'm waiting for like the real people to get them. Not that anyone that has them now isn't real, but I'm waiting for the people that paid for them to get them. And then, and based on that, I will either pick it up or not. Because Best Buy and me, we're kind of...
You think that people that get them as review, and this isn't a question of their integrity, because I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 reviewers are pretty much going to keep it real. But do you think there's that added incentive when you're dropping cash to make sure you cover all those features versus someone where that's the one they have to do today, and then they got the other stack they have to do tomorrow? Do you think there's an advantage to getting it late, or is it better to have that 3 weeks of my content sitting there in cyberspace uncontested?
It's fun. I mean, there's a lot of different angles to that to consider, but the one I consider is the value for the end user, the value for the consumer. I mean, everybody started off with one subscriber paying for stuff that they were reviewing, most of the time. I think in this case, actually, just to talk about one person, like Scott Peachy did a lot of content on this on the 4A, and he had it for like a super long time. So he was able to do a bunch of comparos and stuff that were very, very valuable. And I think his like runtime with it was very helpful. But I think generally speaking, I also saw a lot of tweets, and I'm not naming names here as usual, but there were some people that got them and they're like, I have no idea why Google sent this thing to me. Am I supposed to use it now? And it was like,
yeah. And here I am coming out of pocket because I'm like, I want that phone.
Right.
And you don't even care about it, and you get a free one. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that I've always felt like the smaller guys hit things that are different than what the big guys do. It's just a different view. And that's kind of like the one that I tend to like to start off there more rather than watching something very, very well produced. And if I'm lagging and tripping on everybody, I'm not sorry.
It's weird because when embargoes drop, and it's usually during a keynote or a product release date, and the embargo drops and you'll see 15 videos of the same product, right? It happened with the Pixel, it happens with all the big phones. To me, I won't watch a single one of them. It's like I just wait because I know those are all canned 2-week ads. I'm not saying that they're saying untruths, but I mean, they want to see, a certain standard to that. They had time to set it up. And now basically what I notice is there's kind of a thing where if you like, I'll just use the Pixel as an example. I think universally, even the Apple lovers this time are like, hey, at $350, I don't even know how to crap on this because that's pretty crazy. I don't care if you hate Android phones or not, and you're all about Apple fanboy. Even those guys right now, this is the first time I'm seeing them go, I can't really say nothing because it's pretty awesome, So, but I just wonder, when those come out, it's just annoying to me because I'll see 15 of them and I'm like, I'm not even hating on them, but it's just the fact that it's like too much and too much of the same thing. It's like you had 2 weeks of filming B-roll, and I like the down and dirty guy that gets, especially the cheaper phones, like the flagship phones. Maybe I do always want to watch Marquez when he's doing the top of the line iPhone or whatever, because I know not only is he going to do a good job, but I'm going to be able to see the product in a way that other people don't have the capability to film it. You know what I mean? Both the pans, the angles, the lighting, all that stuff. What you got there?
Oh, you're talking about cheap devices, and
I was going to give you a chance. I was going to give you a chance to talk about that after this, but
I dropped my video on that yesterday. So anybody who wants to know kind of first impressions, a few little complaints, things I would change, and what I've found to be useful and a little bit different so far, that video dropped. Just kind of a first 72 hours with it. But you're talking about like people getting their hands on inexpensive devices. I mean, this is not $350, but in perspective, you're talking about mid-range processor and things like that, and a different device and things of that nature. And so it was kind of cool. My take on the whole, there's kind of two different perspectives of, you get the device early. Yes, you have the advantage because nobody else is out there, but there's also a disadvantage because nobody can buy it. So people are looking to go online to look about a device because they're ready to go decide if they're going to buy it. But what if it's months early sometimes? We've seen, we're waiting on things like the Fold for a while, the Pixel, couple weeks, 3 weeks. So I see the advantage of when the device is actually available and you have your hands on it, releasing your videos then, even if you got it early. Kind of people want to be verified. So how can they verify a purchase if they can't buy it yet? So I see that perspective too.
You mean validated?
Validated. That's what I mean.
So I was just thinking people want to be verified too. So
yeah, what you're talking about,
you can only do that if you're reviewing things.
Like, do you want a gray check mark? Do you want a blue check mark? I don't know. Both.
Exactly.
I'd be happy with any acknowledgement whatsoever. So I'll ask you one more time, though. I didn't catch it. I know you got the LG Velvet. I know you had some other things going on. Do you have any interest in picking up a 4A? Did you order one, or do you think you will? Or are you just going to wait for the 5? Or are you over the Pixel?
I'm more interested in waiting for the 5, only because I've used the 765G with this, so I want to do the comparison if they pop that in there and be like, how does Google handle that? Because if LG, who we know tends to shove a bunch of stuff as far as like their UI on there, can make a device that runs that smooth even with a second screen connected, Google should blow it out of the water for sure.
Fair point. And I'll say this during the segue, we have 18 watching right now. Remember the deal. We get up to 50 people in this chat room. I will be dropping a $50 gift card sometime during the broadcast. So we're almost halfway there. Retweet it out. Spread the word. Let's get some heads in here. And also, Michael Pepper said if we hit 100, he will shave his head right now. We will go full screen. He will pull out the clippers, and that will happen. So I don't know how.
Do you have the clippers, Michael? That's what I need to know.
My wife has them, but yes.
Yeah. It would be even better if she did the shaving.
Yep.
Actually, that was kind of the idea. Like I would. It'd be a little interesting.
We need her to have the mic, and then you to have the mic like on the floor.
Do it, Tana. Do it. Tana said, "Oh, get that." Where's our comments? Oh, there it is. Tana says, "About to make 50 ghost accounts." Just use all the ones from the ex-ladies, man. No, I'm just kidding. I've probably been through 30 different email and phone number combinations over my years. So yeah. Anyways, let's keep it going. I appreciate the.
Apple Monster wants to know if I'm using a cool green screen, and yes, this is a green screen. You can get it. There's a website you can get it, Tesla.com. You can download it in 4K.
It's only about $70,000.
This isn't mine. I'm just sitting here so that it looks like I'm in that driver's seat.
This
is not a green screen, but
your wife's probably watching too. Thanks for letting him drive your car, honey.
Well, there's a whole long story, but I'm not at my house either. So we'll talk about that some other time. Maybe when we're not being recorded.
He's parked in front of Michael Pepper's house. That's how this is going to end. It's going to be like Blair Witch Project.
I have a lousy wig, and I'm going to be shaving his head. That's what's
that explains why my lights were flickering earlier. Chris was messing with me.
Yeah.
We got here Savvy Turtle. So Savvy Turtle, I met him the other night when D Nimmin was doing a stream. Yeah.
Yep.
And I jumped on there at work for like 30 seconds with a totally dark thing just to throw up another square for them. And he's been out there like crazy promoting us. So thank you, Savvy Turtle. It was nice to quasi meet you through the socials. But he said you hit 100 likes and we will give the winner a Savvy Turtle tea. All right. Hey, the stakes are raising. If I get Tana to throw in a beat, we might have something here. I don't know. So let's blow this up. Go share it. We're at 18 right now. Let's do it. Let's see Tana drinking at the right time. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. All right, let's move right along. Oh, hey, Simply Beth, how you doing? Nice to see you out here. And you're not in my chat that I could put up there. But hello. I see you in my we run StreamYard usually on our main monitors when we stream, and it shows us a chat in real time because obviously we're speaking about 10 to 30 seconds ahead of you, what you're seeing broadcast. But then you keep the other one down here because StreamYard will leave out your comments. So that's why you see me looking up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm not watching a baseball game or anything. I'm just trying to track you guys and what you're all up to. So welcome, Simply Beth.
Let's see and on that, Mike, I should actually also throw out an apology because normally you've got like several people here monitoring chat and going in on it and trying to respond and putting stuff up. And this week I'm a little disjointed. I actually have two physically separate screens, similar to the LG Velvet that Michael was talking about earlier, but mine are farther apart. So I've got to do this thing every now and then.
Microsoft device. This would be a great use case for that new Microsoft.
You know, actually, so I couldn't decide if I should be excited about that or not. And then I saw the presentation. I was like, this guy is kind of arrogant, but at the same time, he knows what he's talking about and he knows how to pitch the device. And it actually kind of makes me excited to see what they're going to do with this, as far as, and seeing the software, the way they integrated the software was awesome to see. I actually kind of would love to use one of those things, funny enough.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Not for the money, though.
Doing some back end.
No, if it was,
yeah, that's no problem. I mean, they are ridiculously expensive. That's the whole problem, and it looks cobby for the price. That's the other thing. It's like some slightly dated specs, but overall not a compelling user.
Oh, we're losing you, buddy. I got to hit you with the technical, bro. It's not happening. Reset. So, Pepper, I know she's using a blue light behind you. That seems to be the color of choice. If you notice, a lot of creators in the last 2 weeks have changed their setups to run exactly what you look like right now.
So I watched a video last night that it was Nick Nimmin, and he was talking about lighting. And then I watched another video, and I can't think of the name of the guy, and he was showing like, okay, this is what most people look like when they set up their video. And it was very washed out. The background was lit up like crazy. And it looks kind of messy because everything behind you can be seen. So even though he had a nice studio setup going, it wasn't exactly the best. So he showed how you could he had 2 lights, light your background a little bit, and then make sure that you're lit at least a little bit more than the background, and you get that nice separation. So I was thinking today, I'm going to mess with that. So I put my normal stand that's usually over behind me here with all my boxes on it behind me. And
okay, I see that.
And it works brilliantly, and I can just sit here and change it. So I could sit here and just change it through whatever colors but the red almost you have to have it really bright or it doesn't show very well. And then I noticed it kind of kicks off and it makes me look ill. I
always go with red because I heard that if you use red light, it softens the features for people that are not aesthetically good to look at. So I always try to roll with the red. It doesn't seem to help too much. I'm not going to be getting an OnlyFans anytime soon, but no, I like red. I also like green, but then you run into, if you're running green screens or if you want to cut the footage later to a green screen or edit, green and blue is like no-goes for me on those. What do you got going on over here? LaShawn looks like that, but he's been using orange in the back lately because I told him that's my favorite. Oh, okay. You got it like that, huh, Beth? You picking out people's shirts? Nah, I want you wearing a blue.
Hey, out of curiosity, is my audio solid if I drop the video?
Yeah, you're good now. Dude, it was just like your whole thing went to crap at the same time. Like you crushed. You could probably come back in.
Well, maybe. I'll try.
There we go. I changed it over to, I put it as like a pink purple. There we go. For Tech Loving Mama, if she swings by, she'd love the pink purple.
Oh yeah, where
color.
Is she? TLM. Let's go to the next topic here. So we talked about the budget phone that's on everybody's mind. I drank a little last night and found myself on an ordering page of a Note 20 Ultra. That may or may not have happened. I think it did. So I've been trying to hold out. I've been trying to black, or what is it, gray or black? I don't know what it was, but
it's black.
So it wouldn't. It's dark because I went all black with the Watch 3 and the Buds or the Lives. And the last Note stuff, all my Note stuff last time for the Note 10 Plus, I went all white. So just keep switching it up. And I get the green iPhone,
that's right.
So we'll see. And then of course the 4A is black. That's the thing. So ultimately Is it a waste of money for me? Maybe. I mean, Note's always been my favorite phone for countless years. So buying one, I don't think I'll be pissed that I got it up until I can buy the Fold 2 and I realize that I'm holding a $1,400 phone and wanting to go buy a $2,000 phone within the same 90-day period. To me, that may not go over that well. And then Drew says there's always the return policy. Yeah, but the return policy, I believe, is like 2 weeks. So I don't see myself letting the Note go. Oh, that's a wonderful picture there, Chris. I like that. I don't see myself letting the Note go in 2 weeks because the Pixel 4a, while I love it, the functionality of using the Note with the new watch and all that stuff, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be too good of an ecosystem to just rock like the Pixel with the watch and stuff like that, at least with the 4a.
At least you can, though. That's the nice thing. Like, you can install their app and you can use it, right? So you don't have to worry about. You can use it with any Android phone, and it supports pretty much all the things. Because I did that. I've used
the Samsung Watch, which even today I prefer to my Apple Watch in a lot of ways because of the things I do. I'm not saying it's better overall, but for what I use it for, the Galaxy Watch is superior to this. But I did use it for some time with my 3XL. I used the Samsung Watch.
I used it when I had a Note 8. I had the Gear S3, and I used it with an iPhone for a little bit, which was kind of cool. But it also was the cellular model, so that made it a little easier.
Yeah, I don't buy anything that's not LTE. And that's just kind of like, I don't know. I figure if there's an option, I want to have that option. We'll come back to that. What up, Tech Rant? How you doing, brother? It's weird being a Saturday and there's not much going on the stream tubes. So I know Bionic and a couple others are doing their thing later. We're just knocking out our Tech Circus. So appreciate you swinging by. And then Jason C, when are we getting to Sims? You know what? I was going to make one, but I feel like Snubs, Roberto, Viper, I feel like all of them kind of came to the same conclusion, so I'll just refer you to those. We can all chat on Twitter. But yeah, the main thing is you have two options with your security. This is in reference to the hack that happened on YouTube. If you're going to use a 2FA, you either want to have a physical 2FA if possible, like a Titan key, something like that, or you want to use a spoof number. So like a lot of my social media goes to a number that's not otherwise on the web. And if you put your phone number in for your bank account, and your bank and you're like, that's secure. No, it's not. Your number's out there. So if you use any of your personal number to sign up for other stuff and then use it for social media, they're both vulnerable. And now they're vulnerable all together. So what I do is I have 3 numbers. 2 of them don't ever see the light of day with my name attached to them. They're just for 2FA. And then, of course, that Titan key is cool. And the one I have from Blizzard for my World of Warcraft stuff is a physical key, which is also cool. But yeah, they made some videos. They already alluded to it. That's why you don't see me making like reaction videos really, because I don't know, I kind of like to say something that hasn't been said, or if I feel like it's not being addressed properly, I'll do it. But I feel like they kind of nailed it. Let's see. Tana. Yep, that's right. Trenton in the house. What do you think, Mike?
I was
on the 2FA front.
I'm surprised how many people, like large channels, all of a sudden were saying on Twitter that they're now finally setting that up. Like,
right?
Like, and I'm not talking about small, but
channels.
Like, I'm talking about like, I saw some like $2-3 million sub channels going, I guess maybe I should probably do something about this. And it's like, I get like, if I don't have it set up, because if I lose it, I'm back to 0. And that's not as far as a fall from 300 to 0 as like 3 million to 0 and getting back up there. And also with those sizes of those channels, a lot of them are only making like their job is YouTube. So the time it's down means no potential like sponsor funds and ad funds and things like that coming in while they're waiting to get it back up. So I get that. And when you're newer to it, you might not think about it as much, but somebody who's been doing this for years and is around, it just is shocking to me.
Sorry, I'm just playing with our displays. Don't mind me. I'm trying to remember how to just put you up by yourself.
You hit the little, it's the icon on my square at the bottom that says,
Boom.
there you go.
Got it. That's a handsome man right there.
Oh, gosh.
Well, with F,
I'm just going to leave it like this the rest of the show, and I'll add in funny effects.
I could do that myself. That's the funny part, because I can do overlays and things like that, so I can make myself disappear and reappear and all sorts of fun stuff if I wanted to. But I don't want to mess with that and end up losing us all.
And this is a man that I believe works in something along these lines of a field, and he says people don't think about security until that's right, 100%, because people don't realize that their information. They always get the low-hanging fruit. So there's motivation to hack a big channel because there's money involved, right? You can either spoof their information and use it for your own gain. You can blackmail them. You can do whatever. So that's always going to be there. But for us normal or average people, they're going to take your stuff if it's offered, if it's just there and they can grab it. So why be an easy target? If you're not known as being famous or wealthy, you're probably safe with just some basic security. But if you make it too easy for them, they're going to take it, and they may not use it today. They may wait a few weeks, may wait a month, and wait for you to sleep on it. Then they'll jack you.
Yeah, that tends to be the thing. They leave it. That is the trend that it seems to be. Is like they're doing all this stuff months in advance and collecting the data slowly, and then they roll into a mass attack later of people in a common genre is what it seems to be. I mean, this time it was YouTube. Prior to that, it's been other things in other areas though as well.
Right. And Beth says, I think the whole issue of talking about who the carrier is kind of silly. I mean, yes and no, but basically use 2FA. If you don't know what it is, look it up. And if you're going to use a phone number for 2FA, you can even use a Google Voice number if you have a Gmail account. And it sounds a little complicated, but make a Gmail account that has nothing to do with you, your name, your money, your family, nothing, and use it just for those type of things, like 2FA stuff, and get a Google Voice with it. And then no one knows how to look for you. They don't know how to associate it with you, and you're good to go. And then if that one Google account somehow got compromised from your social media, then you just make a new one and redo it. And in most cases, unless you have a big YouTube channel, it's not going to cost you anything. Whereas if your personal number and stuff like that for 2FA is compromised, you can lose crypto, you can lose access to stock accounts, stuff like that. It becomes a big pain in the ass. But back to the Note 20 Ultra chat. Who's excited about this phone? Who gives a crap about this phone? I think if it wasn't for the Fold 2, this would be all the jazz. So instead of flexing on how dope the Note 20 Ultra is, all we hear about is what? How overpriced the regular Note is. That they're charging too much because a plastic back means the phone is crap. Or something along those lines. Now, do I think it's worth that? No, but it's also, they're not trying to sell you that phone at that price. They're just setting it up for two reasons. One, for people like the government who buy 10,000 units for enterprise solution that they can pack in that price point. And then two, come Black Friday, holidays, they're going to be able to take $250 off of it and still make money. And then in the meantime, between now and then, you're going to look at that phone for $1,000 and be like, well, for $300 more, I can get the Mac Daddy phone. I'm definitely just going to upgrade it. That's why that phone is priced the way it is. It's not because they think that's the best value for that phone. So push you to the higher one now and the cutthroat later when things get tough during the holiday competition. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's definitely the lower end one is the one that they can afford to take. I mean, not that they can't afford it on both of them, but the lower end one is certainly the one with more built-in margin. They're kind of front loading the price there so that they can afford to do that. And like you said, the other part of that too is for like commercial enterprise and stuff. That's totally where you're going to see it show up. For the company phone, it's now a sub $1,000 Note. So it's like, oh yeah, we can do that now. I mean, they've been that way in the past, obviously, with older Notes that didn't have plastic backs. But
I got you your link, Tana. Check your DMs.
I watched a video on, they were the particular creator did a video on the Note 20 Ultra and the cameras. And I won't say who it is because I just won't do that. But anyways, I was quite disappointed because I expected like more photo samples and video samples, and this person was basically just talking it was more of them talking. Like 5 minutes of the video was them talking, and then it was like 17 seconds of it was photo and like 3 or 4 photos and a little video. And so I feel like that doesn't tell the whole story and doesn't give us enough information. But from what I've seen, the samples on Twitter running around, they really fix things, especially by going from the 100 times down to the 50 and some limiting things. And even the 30 times zoom is usable, like legible, reading the text and things like that handheld was impressive. And even in low light, I was pretty surprised to see, because usually things get really soft and blurry and they spike up the ISO and you get a lot of grain and there's some weird stuff going on. So, hey, Tana.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up,
bro?
Hey, welcome, hey. Yes, sir. You see my name? I'm so proud of you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks. And congrats on the milestone. And Pep, congrats to you on getting the device sent to you, man. Man, that's one hell of a step early in the career. I'm just being real. You, sir. I'm proud of y'all, man. All 3 years.
He's out grinding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Man, I just wanted to come in and show my respect to you guys and say salute, no question.
I appreciate that. That's good looking out. We help you guys, people on your level help us out. So it's a lot of hard work. People don't understand it's a grind, and it don't matter if you're, it helps if you're good looking or you're super talented, but that ain't most of us. Most of us are just average people trying to grind out these views.
Like myself. So, I'm just saying, yeah.
You got a little talent in there. Don't trip. But yeah, if you don't have an angle though, it's a grind. So we appreciate it, and you guys put us on. El Jefe puts us on. But I'm going to say the word, Chris. Community. Everybody got a drink.
Got a drink.
But cheers.
For sure. But no, this community is so dope, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you put the work in, you'll get there. And we ain't nothing. It's a few hundred, but that few hundred takes a lot of damn work. I'll tell you that right now. People don't understand, especially that it does go quicker as you go. So I'm moving faster than I did when at first you're counting 1, I'm counting 2, then you're counting 5, then you're counting 10s. Now I'm counting 25s. And then at some point you see some creators up there and they might have pulled 100 subs this week. All right, man, this is crap. I might quit. I'm like, got 100 subs this week and you're talking about quitting? What the hell is wrong?
Man, I'm tired of this. It's moving slow.
It's all about perspective, though.
Yeah. Like, I'm tired of this. It's moving slow. I just gained 500 subs. It's crappy. Man, please.
I'm like, I ain't even done that in my career. That's ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
No, but we appreciate you, bro.
Man, it's all good. I appreciate y'all support.
Anytime and every time. So.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. Same on my streams or whatever with me and 3 the Hard Way, whatever we doing. Hey, if y'all want to jump on shit, just say something. We got you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of y'all evening, man. Thanks for having me on Tech 702.
For sure. Later.
Be well, man. Thanks, Tana.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, dude.
That's cool. We appreciate that, Tana. So I'll go back to this before we segue again. Currently got 19 in the chat. Not quite getting there, but we got another 20 minutes or so to go here. So put it out there. Clout chase Tana if you have to. I'm going to go tag Tana in the I'm going to say Tana's stream now so I could get the come join Tana with Tech Circus. I'm going to clout chase that all day. But no, that's good stuff. We appreciate it. Moving into the next topic. We kind of touched on it. Let's talk about laptops a little bit. And we're not going to beat this to death in the weeds. But Mr. Pepper, have you found anything new or exciting about your setup? Or something that you want to go to or get away from with your Razer?
So,
and also, how is your Razer versus the desktop working out? Do you use them together, or do you feel like you don't need the desktop anymore? So both of those.
Okay, so I've had quite a few people asking the question of, hey, if I'm looking at a laptop and I'm looking $1,500 to $2,000 and I want to do streaming and editing and things like that, what should I look at? And I have suggested every single time the one I got. And part of that is upgradability. So you can spend more and get the dedicated 32 gigs of RAM and built-in storage, but $17.99 is what I got this for. I've seen it $100 off, $200 off recently. So right now I've seen it at $16.99. You could get it at that. It has a second SSD slot or NVMe slot, and the RAM is upgradable. So I could throw another $300 in there. I just looked on Amazon, upgrade the storage from 512 to add a terabyte of storage to it in the second slot, and upgrade the RAM to 64 gigs. And it has the 10th gen i7 10750H on there. Battery life has been pretty good, about 5 to 7 hours. Even when I've been using it for streaming, I get about 4 hours or so. I've been using it for editing and found if I make the right adjustments with the hardware encoding that my recent video was about 5.5 minutes. So it was a 4K video, and that was upconverting and adding transitions and overlay text and animations to the text and things like that. And it took about 4 minutes to do. And that was before I realized that I didn't even set it to creator mode. I had it as the hybrid mode that they have. Also found some new software for optimization and things like that. So for me, if somebody likes the size of a 16-inch MacBook, but maybe they prefer Windows or they just prefer upgradability, it has the same look, the same style. The trackpad has that glass finish to it, the dual stereo speakers, all the ports you'd need. There isn't much else that I think can compete with it in its size and stay that cool. Like it's barely running right now, and I'm not wearing noise canceling headphones, but it just sounds like a little low white noise that you might play to put you to sleep at night. Like it's not very loud.
So it's like a weird gain, almost like a gain issue, or
like that's what it would sound like. That's how quiet the fans are running, though, is what I'm saying. Like it's just it's like a little.
That's kind of like most Windows laptops, though, generally have that same effect, where they'll put me to sleep if I'm actually paying attention to them.
No, Chris, why don't you say something nice about the Windows environment for once?
I love that Windows is taking leaps and bounds of innovation every day with things like the Surface Duo that no other manufacturer would dare. I mean, other than, LG or Samsung, potentially Apple, but no other manufacturer would dare to go where Microsoft is with their new latest Windows platform. Somehow it's not as cool without that boom mic and like me yelling in my basement. I'm sorry.
That is, yeah, I know. You seem to be pretty happy. Do you have to send that back?
So here's the deal.
You're flexing on that, like, or if your video is good enough, you get to keep it, or how does that work?
Here's the deal. So the person I communicated with, basically, I sent him a DM and go, hey, do I have to send this back? Like, before it even got here, I was curious because I want to, obviously, if I only had it for 2 weeks, I got to make sure I get all my videos out in that time, right? It's still good to do things in a certain amount of time, but I want to make sure I get everything in. And he goes, well, we can request it back, but in the 2 years I've been here, we never have. He said, it's more like, don't sell it just in case, but we want you to hold on to it for comparison. So like, I don't know, the Velvet 2 comes out or whatever they call the next one comes out. Right. You have something to compare to.
That's cool.
Same thing with the people that got the V60. They all held on to them for comparison stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm not big time like you yet, so nobody sends me. I get like piles of steaming poo burning on my porch that get sent to me. I don't get any products yet. I'm gonna hit up chat for a second here. Let's see But I have to go back, way back into time. Blackstreet. Anybody follows that? All right. Well, let's see. Start here. Anybody else think Michael's light looks? I think it does. I think with a groomed beard and appropriate lighting, looks very presentable as a young man. I like this bunch of us talking tech and better. The chat bar is not racing a mile a second. It's slower and smooth here. Well, thank you for that. That's usually due to adult beverages, so we slow down and slur the speech. But thanks for noticing. Appreciate that.
So I don't know if you know that Savvy Turtle is hearing impaired, so he uses text to
I did not know
to convert stuff. So I got a message from him today asking about me to take. I made a quote having to do with sub count, not in the relevance and how it doesn't really matter in perspective of things on a live stream the other day. So he asked me if I would write that out, and he wants to publish it on their site. So that's kind of a cool opportunity. I've never had somebody go, hey, we want to publish something you said. So, but he's telling me the text conversion just didn't work very well with YouTube. So I'm going to go back, rewatch that so I can type it out exactly how I said it, because it's one of those things that just, we have it all the time where you're just in the mood or whatever, and you just say, because off the top of your head or whatever, off the top of your head, you just are thinking, and then later you can't recall exactly how you said it necessarily, but it was something that somebody appreciated, so I got to go back and rewatch it. But I thought that was cool. So
he also says, "Where's Zach Talks Tech?" Zach, where are you, Zach? You are my crutch.
He might be in bed. I don't know what he's up to.
I don't know.
Like Viper isn't streaming right now, right? This is the one.
I think we're good for like 1 hour, one more hour. I don't think anybody that we know is streaming. Technically lurking. Battery Power is taking a page out of Pepper's book tonight.
Dropping static.
Wow.
We reversed. Actually,
so what he really means
behind that curtain is actually behind that curtain is Chris's basement. That's why I'm so clear tonight, and he's out of whack.
Yes, Tana is the man. For sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sparing us the bandwidth there. Sorry,
I'm gonna keep coming in again. Like I just don't believe that this is what is going to happen. But
here's one we can address. I don't even care about my subject. Okay, so the three of us, besides being incredibly obnoxious on live streams, we have our little group thread where we talk all day, every day, and basically tell each other how much we suck, but occasionally pull out a gem of helpfulness for each other. And this is one of the things that we've talked about ad nauseum, especially for myself, because they'll talk about their problem. I'll be like, look, I don't give a crap. Just help me fix my stuff. And that's, your purpose. So it's talking about sub counts. Basically. So something we talk about all the time is sub counts, obviously. It's something you can't stop looking at, especially when you're new. We all do it. But I will say you have the right attitude there, because sub counts without views that correspond to your sub counts mean nothing. So if you get boosted up, it's almost like if I was cool with MKBHD and I'm like, bro, you want to put me on? And he sends me 10,000 subs, but they just sub me because Marquez told him to. And now my video gets 200 views. I have no hope of ever getting picked up by the algorithm, because it's going to be like, you got 10,000 people interested and you lost 9,900 of their interest. That's the way YouTube looks at it. So sub count, we want it. But really the only sub count that matters is the first 1,000. Once you hit 1,000 and 4,000 hours, then we can make the $12 per month in AdSense. And that's what it's all about, right? Spending 10 grand to make $50.
Awesome. I can save that all up and buy the Note 26 by the time that comes out.
But the niche is a big thing. So like mine, I'm going to be pivoting to almost all Google stuff. I got boxes and boxes of Google stuff ready on deck. I'm just trying to push out the last of what I got around to do. And then you're going to see the entire Google ecosystem. So what I'll just say is go on YouTube right now. I'm sure you're like most of us before we started making videos. You probably follow a ton of people. and think about a product that you use every day in tech that's not every other freaking video. So clearly, if you're going to make Apple videos, you can do that. Go ahead. More power to you. But you're competing against Renee Ritchie. You're competing against, Marquez, even Viper. Like anybody that tags their channel as an Apple channel, Talos of Tech, they got a big jump on you. So if you're not ready to go drop 10 grand in equipment to make that even unless you have some amazing personality or you're a beautiful person to look at, there's always the exception. Okay.
Thank you.
The only other option you have is to pick something that is not oversaturated, or you need to be on their level. Not saying you won't get views and you won't grow, but if you want to grow and make an impact, you got to go for it. And I chose Google because I do like their products, most of them. I use most of their products, and it's underrepresented because that's like the brand that everybody likes to crap on, except for when the Pixel comes out. There's a couple Pixel lovers, but most of Google stuff gets crapped on. So that's my advice for that. Not that you were even asking.
And the Google ecosystem, what I would say the advantage they have is it's going to work no matter what Android phone you have. Like Chromecast and setting up your Home Mini and your Nest or your Nest stuff and all that is all going to work. From the cheapest A10, from a Samsung A10e to a Z Fold 2, it doesn't matter. You can set it up and use it, and you can have the Google Assistant, and you can control your lights and your thermostat and do all the stuff. So
that's it right there, Beth. Because 1K matters. You want to race the 1K as fast as possible. Then, yes, we all want 50 million adoring fans. That would be great, right? Because you do this for two reasons, and hopefully they're the right ones. But the right reasons are that you're passionate about it and you enjoy it. It's okay I think it's personally okay, as long as you don't read too much into it, to feel good about getting that positive feedback. The problem is when we equate positive feedback to my sub count, because then when my subs don't grow, and you see this a lot on Twitter, mentally it can get people down. So don't invest your heart and soul into the sub count, but there's nothing wrong with feeling like, cool, I'm killing it. I think that's motivational. But at the end of the day, the two reasons need to be that you're passionate about it and that you have something to say that nobody else is saying. If not, I mean, do what you want, but you're probably not going to be satisfied on a personal level from it.
I think it's not so much the sub count thing, but it's like the growth and continually expanding that sub count. I think that's kind of what it is you have those people that show up and vibe with you on lives and stuff like that, but it's that expansion as well and reaching more people and the algo feeding it and everything like that. But yeah, as Beth said, and as I think I saw that go by, it's the 1K barrier. Like a lot of people hit 1K, and it's interesting to see what happens when they hit 1K. I'll say that.
Sure. My beautiful mother tells me every day. My mom lied to me for years. It's cool. If you don't think you have a great personality, give up now. I disagree that anyone can compete. There are hordes of people looking for a small knit community over a big flash.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and some people grow though. So like, I keep it 100. So Pepper, he's known a lot about tech for a long time, but he was afraid to look up sometimes. And I watched him grow over the last 6 months, just watching him take off. He made a separate channel, even being on here with us. So I think you can watch people that are naturally introverted, and given this platform that gives them the capability to grow amongst themselves in a way they want to and not feel like they have to, like you're naked on stage, but in a way that gives you those speaking skills, in a way that gives you more confidence. I think he's a prime example of that. Don't mind saying that.
I told you not to talk about that dream, Mike. Jeez.
Andrew says, for me, the act of creating and getting the video done is the best feeling. Also, remembering who I am helping with what you're creating. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you got to think about, sometimes we get caught up, and I say we, I mean myself, but I get caught up of, damn, my video sucks. I don't like the fact that my effects suck or my lighting wasn't good or whatever. But then I realize, and there's times where I don't even want to publish the video or upload it, but I do it because I'm like, at the end of the day, there's someone in Nebraska right now that doesn't have a Best Buy near them that wants to see this phone and just see it and hear somebody be real about it. And even though my lighting may not be the best or whatever, I got the video out and somebody it helped. And I think that's what he's talking about right there. And that there's really something to be said for that. I like the chat. Man, you guys are motivational. You guys should write a book or something. YouTube Chat, the novel.
I know at this point I might actually have to do my live tomorrow.
Here we go. And this man would know what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
He's got a larger channel. The most important thing is to have balance with your YouTube channel and your goals. It's okay to shoot for the moon, but temper your expectations, take your time, and let things develop. 100%. Couldn't agree more. And you have to have a really messed up sense of humor. Because when things go bad, when it rains, it pours. You know, when the algo craps on you and you lose subs in the same day, and that video you spent a week on gets 30 views, those are demoralizing. So you just got to move on to the next one. And like he said, the balance is everything on there.
And if you can't laugh at yourself, nobody else is going to either. That's the other thing. Like, so many people take just so, I mean, not really on YouTube as much. I mean, I don't know a lot of folks behind the scenes, but I know in day-to-day life and the thing that pays me bills, there's so many people that are just so, and I meant pays my bills, but there's so many people that are so serious and so just jet set focus. And it's like every now and then you got to stop, relax a little bit, and just be like, yeah, this is the thing I'm trying to accomplish. I'm on my way there, and I'm not going to take myself so seriously that people hate me, because pretty soon you'll hate. Wait a minute. Carry on. This is sounding like Jack Handy now.
You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, people like you.
But good advice from Trenton to go back to that comment. That is absolutely, you got to temper your expectations and keep doing it.
100%.
That's why I keep coming back here to you fools, because I throttled down my expectations. Now I'm okay with the disappointment.
Now you're really happy.
And I'm good to go.
If you expect this, then you're great. But if you expect up here, then I get it. I get it. It's we're not meeting expectations. I've seen you on other streams, Pepper. You're like the low key Viper now, except you're on other people's streams. I've seen you around.
Yeah, I don't do my own. I don't do my own every day of the week. I just join 6 others on the other days of the week.
we noticed that. And that's good. We keep sending you over there. You're the secret weapon.
We appreciate you stopping by, Andrew. I appreciate it. I'm going to do one other thing here. So the last topic today is going to be, and every time we talk about cameras, all of you sign out, like on cue, whatever the topic is. The only question I had about cameras was, who's in the market in chat for a camera? Who's interested in that? And Chris and Michael, since you guys, I just learned what ISO is basically. What do we have to look forward to with like the M7? How much longer should I wait before I make a move on these? And then you see people still buying the M50s. You're still about your Mark 6.2D or R2D2 or whatever it is.
So to answer your question, the M50, right? I mean, right now it's hitting like a budget stride. That's amazing. I think Costco for a little while had them for $4.99 with like a bag, a year of Canon Pro Care, and a lens. So it was like a kit for like $500, which makes it a phenomenal value for starting creators because it will do 4K. It does it with a crop, so there's, you're not going to get a very good wide out of the stock lens and things like that. But that's why I think you're still seeing the M50 floating around. Personally, I wouldn't get an M50 right now just because there are rumors of an M50 Mark II. There is that M7 coming out. And those are all like the smaller cameras. They're like the vlogging cameras is what a lot of folks are referring to them as now, because they're highly capable in shooting 4K. They have changeable lenses, unlike like the Sony ZV-1, but they still have some, I'll call them enterprise options. So that's why they're exciting. Like the M6 Mark II, I loved that camera, but I hated the screen on it. So I'm really hoping that the M7 has a more articulating screen. The M6, it had the flip up. So when you'd put like something in its cold shoe, it would hit the back of it and it was completely idiotic. I think that's kind of what Sony had done in the past with some of their stuff. So actually many people have done it. My Canon G7 has the same thing. So the M7 is supposed to have, it's going to have new digic processors. It's going to have allegedly a new, I believe it's going to have a 32 megapixel sensor inside of it. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 32 megapixels, but they're going to refine it or refresh it or something like that. And your comment about me, and that's kind of the only thing I'm excited about with that the the M7, the Canon M7, and that's supposed to be. I would expect to see that between now and like November timeframe, if we're really going to see it. The question is, are they going to do an M50 like Mark II and an M7, or are they going to do like one that beats them all? And that would be really cool. I'd like that. I'd be happy about that, because then I could take the money that I'm getting back from the ZV-1 return and put it towards having a small vlogging camera. Because I think that there's such a market for those things. For like YouTube creators, talking about this R6, the R5 stuff, the A7, S3, those are amazing things for people that are making big piles of cash, doing crazy cinematics and stuff like that. For most of your folks that are out there, like us, there's that smaller form factor stuff that's more flexible and more portable even is going to be a better value, in my humble opinion. And I'm rambling, so I'm stopping for a second.
Oh, really? You were still pertinent. We did drop 5 live viewers, though.
We said camera. No camera, no like I saw you bring up that Google box earlier, and I was like, no.
No, I didn't. I just mentioned it. I wasn't going to demo. Tech Rant, real quick. One thing I recommend for people looking at cameras, don't look at the camera bodies to make your decision. Look at the lenses.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because that's what it is. The bodies will change. The glass generally is is going to be where the investment is. I mean, I've invested in Canon glass, the EF, the full size lenses, and that's kind of what's shifting me. But now I'm still going to have to whatever. Don't get me started. But that's a great point. The quality glass matters.
And there's been Canon has been using the same kind of glass in some of their lenses for years and years now, and they update mounts. And then as you went from film to digital, obviously that added the pins and the connections and things like that for the autofocus motors or stability and things of that nature. But for the most part, the glass is pretty much the same. They just update to support the cameras. But then you have things with Sony. For example, I can use my lenses on a full frame from my APS-C A6100, and they'll work fine. Where some companies, you have to get converter rings and all sorts of step-down rings, and it gets complicated. What I would say, just as I would say with any other technology, is there something out that exists now that can suit your needs? It's more, at least equal or more to your needs, and potentially suit your needs in the future? Or will that potential new device coming out be that much better that you really need to wait? Because it's the same thing of, you could buy a Samsung Galaxy S9 and have that suit your needs just fine. Or you could wait and get an S21 or whatever they call it next year, or the new Note. Same thing with cameras. Is there something already out that suits your needs? Do you need to wait because you want a camera that has ridiculous, can shoot 4K 120 frames per second and do all this crazy stuff?
I think, well, there's two components to that, though. There's the wave, they're staying on the cutting edge. There's people that are, they're just lusting after that gear, waiting for that gear, and they don't have anything. But a lot of those people that are in the don't have anything pool are also in the realm of, well, I'm going to wait until this thing comes out and then the other thing gets cheap. Like I'm weird and obsessed with the Canon 6D Mark II. I had a 6D Mark I. It's like a great budget full frame shooter from Canon. It's not mirrorless. It's old school. It came out the Mark II came out in 2017 now. But it's a great body that works with Canon full-size glass with the EF mount. So for somebody like myself, who's got like a couple crop sensor things hanging around and some EF glass, I could still make 1080p content on that. And the body at this point is I think it's a little bit more than $1,000. So it's like $1,100 or $1,200 for that camera body. But for me, I'm also somebody that does a lot of still stuff. I enjoy still photography, so that's not the norm right now.
I think we're going to move on from cameras.
Yes. Sorry.
Effectively killed the audience. And I asked those questions for my own insight. Evidently, I'm the only one that cares about cameras in the entire sphere of tech. Let's go through the chat again, run through it. Let's see. So Andrew said he got his dream camera, which was a GH5.
That's pretty nice unit.
My buddy makes money good money using a GH5. So it can be. I've seen what that thing is capable of.
Panasonic just dropped a new camera too. It was the S series. I think it's the S.
GH5S.
Yeah, the GH5S.
Oh, and there's the other. No. I know what you're talking about.
There's
but
the
it's more camera stuff.
The G. I think it's called the GS5. This one is. They switched up new naming, weird, chaotic stuff, but it looks pretty nice.
My family was so poor. Mom brought home my favorite breakfast cereal, and I had to use water from the tap. I'm not trying to laugh if that's true. That's messed up. Because I will throw my cereal in the trash if there's no milk in the house. I have a half satire, half real question before we go.
Hit it.
Okay. Let's see, where's it at? What if every live stream creator on a certain date each book 10 guests at once, like we did for D, and keep going each channel until servers crash? I'm guessing that's not going to happen. Me thinks them letting people stream 10, it probably works like Zoom, probably supports like 30, and they're doing that to ensure they don't have bandwidth issues. They probably could do more than 10, especially at 720. That's not going to be too crazy. I think my laptop can handle that.
Well, and we have to think that that's total resolution of what's on the screen. So the more people you have, the lower resolution each little box in there is.
Let's see. And this was, where'd she go? I just saw it. Oh, I put this one up when we started talking about cameras. No. And yes, we got out of there. Viral marketing. Yeah, there's some angles you could do, but here's the thing. Do we want to do gimmicks? No. Giveaways are cool because it like creates energy. I don't think it's not like buying the audience, because it's like, look, if you guys do this for us, we'll do this for you. That's just like fun. It's participation gets more people excited, right? Like, I'm going to get something. I was already going to hang out with these idiots for a minute anyways, but now I'm going to tell a friend, and that helps our audience. It helps you because now you have somebody else that might watch, and also you can win something. So I think giveaways are cool, but I don't want to make it just completely a gimmick to come on and like shock value, because then it's not a tech channel. Then we're just doing Logan Paul stuff, or, like we could go get cheap clicks. I'd be on TikTok and I'd just dress up like a teenage girl and do some stupid dances. I'd have 1 million followers, right?
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Oh. I've been on TikTok twice. Both times it just looked like teenage girls trying to not act like teenage girls. So Techie K just rejoined. Are we still talking? No, we're done with the cameras. We put those to bed.
Hey, I think I don't know if this was on your topic list this week, Mike, but I don't know if the chief leaker is still present, but did you see that? The guy that works at the glue factory there, I can't remember his name, but he was quoted in an article this week as leaking, as the source of a major pixel leak.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but sure. No, he hit 1,000 followers on Twitter. Literally the next day he cited in an article. I'm just saying that happened exactly in that chronological order.
Is he even, JC, are you even still in here, or did he take his horse and leave? JC is frequently in here carrying. He traded out with Gary.
He tagged Gary in.
What's up, Gary? He knows out. Oh man.
Let's see what else we got here. The Panasonic S1H.
He's still here. I don't know anything about that. Is that a swear? I don't know what that is.
That's the one I was talking about that was announced. I think it was yesterday or today.
Sorry.
He's giving
Leaf cheeker. I like that. That's funny.
So you're big time. So here's the thing, Jason. If you're going to be a professional leaker now, since you don't have a channel, you need somebody to distribute that leak. So we'll see how these flesh out. If they flesh out and you're right, then I got a channel. We can get you on to do some leaks. I mean, not that kind of leak, but
I was going to say this isn't OnlyFans. Then I'm pretty sure Simply Beth is definitely never showing up to that one. I mean, if cameras are no bueno, it's the leaking thing is definitely not going to be how you go. But I do like Leaf Cheeker. That's a great flip flop.
All right, let's see who's in the chat right now. So should we do a giveaway anyway? Something else, something smaller, just for everybody coming out?
Like Pepper's hair?
I don't know. We could give away something though. I feel like
one of you will win this lovely paper clip.
I got so hyped for the giveaway. Like I really wanted to give something away. We came.
Well, I guess you still could. I mean, you could. I mean, was it one $50 gift card or was it 2 $25s? Marijuana.
I have 24 V-Love foamy tips.
Those look like IKEA shelf kits on my iPhone SE.
Like, I don't know why, but every time I move my V-Love, I rip the damn thing off. So I just bought a whole pack of them.
Mike,
I don't know. What do you think, chat?
Mine for V, I have just the tip, and that's what came up.
Is there anybody even here still? Let me look. Oh, so there's 13 people.
There's 12 viewing.
12. A spoonerism, huh?
A spoonerism. That's very.
That sounds like me giving puns to my wife while I hold her at night. It's a spoonerism.
All right, let's do this. So it shows there's 12, but when I go to participants, I only have like 4 people listed by name. So if you are watching and lurking, sign in with your Gmail account. Sign in to the chat, and I want to see something. And maybe we'll give something away here. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I can't count myself. So there's 5 of you right now. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'll make you guys a deal. We're going to give away $25 gift card to Amazon. Let's do that. Are you guys good with that? Let's do $25. We're going to give away, but I need everybody that's watching the stream right now to log in under their real, well, not your real one, but something that I can trace back to a person, and go on Twitter, share it out. In exactly 2 minutes, I'm going to take everybody in participants and put you in a randomizer. We're going to give away $25 just for you guys rocking with us for so long. We appreciate it.
So just to be clear, is it everybody on Twitter that goes and tweets it, or is it people that tweet it?
No, I'm going to pull from this chat right here where I have participants. Okay. I'm going to copy, paste into the randomizer. I'll go full screen, so we'll all get to see who it is. It's going to be random.
Okay.
And then, because I had that ready already for the contest, and we got up to 19 or 20. It wasn't bad. Not a bad turnout. But I wanted to push it. So everybody that's watching, tell your kids, go log in right now, because we're just going to take the whole list in about another minute, and we're going to give away $25 to Amazon just because it's a good time.
It's like a good faith effort kind of thing. Like we mentioned giveaway. Let's do it. Everybody
here is always here. You guys always support us. We appreciate it. So this is just a little $25. It is what it is, right? Buy a speaker or a Fire Stick, or I don't know. Do whatever you want with it. Sell it on the black market.
Oh, and Savvy Turtle says whoever wins, Mike, send Savvy Turtle their information, and he's gonna give them a T-shirt. They'll ship it from Amazon.
So. We give away 5 Savvy Turtle tea to random 5. Okay, so are you serious about that? Because I don't want to say something if it's not true. If you're joking, because our viewers, we want to make sure we keep our word. So if you're going to do that, we'll do that. Just give me a little.
And further down, he said just need the host to give us the contact info so we can have Amazon send the teas. Also know which one, as we have over 10,000.
So just clarify for me, you want to give away 5 T-shirts to people in chat randomly. Just confirm that for me. We're going to give away $25 gift card. That's happening no matter what. Another minute here to get as many people logged in as possible, because I only have 8 people here and I have 12 watching. So,
and there is only one thing though about that, Mike, is like you can just electronically send over the gift card code to anybody. I don't know how many folks are going to be able to like come up with like their full address and everything like that. That might be an issue. So
no, you're right. So the Amazon, I'm going to go buy it right when we get off the show, and I will email it to you, the code from that. That's what I'll do, or I'll DM it if you have Twitter.
If you want to test that, just go do that now, Mike, as a dry run, and just send one to me, and let's just make sure it works.
For 100, right? Just to make sure.
I would prefer 10,000, but if you want to do it smaller, we can do that. That's fine. I'll wait. Just let me know.
So far, Techie K, you've been talking about this bot, but if your bot was really up to stuff, we would have hit 50. I'm just saying. We would have had 50 people if it was working right. All right, so here we go.
Jason's horse is watching, apparently.
All right, so we're going to give this, 30 more seconds. I don't think anybody else is coming. So sign in. If you're watching this right now, only, what do I got here? Like 7-8 people? Sign in. Tell everybody to sign in. $25 for 5 minutes of your life. That's worth it. That's a good hourly rate. What up, Genosis? How you doing, brother?
Holy crap. Genosis is officially, you're officially streaming. You've now officially streamed.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You haven't been on the internet until now.
We're going to give $25 gift certificate to Amazon away, and we're going to give away 5 t-shirts from Savvy Turtle. Just make sure that if anything happens, I am at Tech 702 Mike Twitter. Go to Twitter, Tech 702 Mike. And if for some reason we drop or you are a winner, hit me up there and I'll need your email, that kind of stuff. And then we'll go from there. But I'm going to take care of the Amazon card. I will email whoever the winner is. We'll get an email code for the card for the $25. The t-shirt, I will put you in. What? Why are you laughing?
Trenton's comment. $25 for 5 minutes of your time. That's what she said.
Hey, I live in Vegas. I go with the prevailing wage. That's what we do here. All right, let's see. Tech Summit 2, we do FBA. We do our own inventory. All right, sounds good, brother. So I'm going to put that on you then. I'll work as a go-between. So let me go into chat and see. Oh, we're up to 15 people. Good. All right. Oh, somebody dropped again. All right, so I'm going to go in here right now. I'm going into participants. Last chance. Make sure you are signed in for your free money. And I'm going to highlight the names. I'm going to take Battery Powered and Michael Pepper out because they are cheaters.
What? I've been putting in all these extra entries. You mean this has been for nothing? Man, I get nothing from this.
If you haven't learned anything about YouTube, it's just that you spend a crap load of money to entertain yourself while others watch. All right, so here we go.
That's the wrong channel, Mike. The wrong channel.
Oh, that's my OnlyFans. Oh, I just erased Techie K. What do you get for your bots? All right, so there we go. So I have, just to double check, one more time. Have the randomizer there.
Well, geez.
Technically lurking, Technique. Where's technically? Okay. So I have in the official list Barry Johnson, Genosis, Jason C., Michael Tennyson, Mr. Tech Rant, Savvy Turtle, Simply Beth, Technically Lurking, and Techie K. If anybody is in the chat listening and I didn't just say your name, you have about 10 seconds to tell me.
Did you get Tech for Your Needs and Barry Johnson in there?
He had Barry Johnson.
I have Barry is Tech for Our Needs. Okay, hold on. Let me grab that one. See, that's why I have you guys there. Tech for Your Needs.
I think everybody else you hit. I mean, I always said that you could throw Tana in there too, but now I'm just going to make it awkward because technically he's not here right now. He was here now.
Yeah, I wanted to do.
I know it's like I know it's a lightning strike thing. It's like when you're here.
So this is a weird randomizer. Let me pull this up. I have no idea what's going on.
Savvy Turtle goes, "We don't count. Take us out. Make it fair for your channel."
Savvy Turtle, do you want the 20 to be in for the $25 running though?
I say why not? I mean, he's throwing in some swag to the deal.
Okay, Gary needs $25. Hold on, Gary. I'm gonna get you involved here. Hold on.
he can use that to fix LumaFusion.
Yes, here's your LumaFusion fund. Hold on. All right, so I added in Gary. Okay, here we go. I'm going to screen share. So this is for $25. Whatever name comes up first, I believe it randomizes. However, it randomizes. The number one name on the list gets $25 right now when I do this. Okay, so let's put this in screen share, and I will share this one. See if you guys can see this. All right, everybody see that? Gary, you don't want to. Okay, Gary, you're on the list. All right, so don't.
Gary's on the list. Gary doesn't. There's one thing, Gary. You don't have a choice at this point. Okay.
Yeah, if you
can give it to somebody else. That's
you
fine.
Could go and give it right back away. But so when I push randomize here, whoever the winner is gets $25. If you don't know me already, just hit me up on my Twitter at Tech702Mike, and I will send you the code after the broadcast. Cool? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Gary won.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. So you're welcome to give that away. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do another one for the t-shirts. So that was just, and I'll take Savvy out for that one. So Gary won $25 Amazon card. Now we're going to go back. I'm going to pull Gary out, or Savvy Turtle out, sorry, because he is the t-shirt sponsor. And this is for some kind of a t-shirt. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not familiar with
tons of designs.
They have lots of stuff and 10,000 shirts. So you guys work it out, but I will put you in contact with Savvy Turtle as a winner. And the top 5 from what you're about to see, the next top 5 will get a free t-shirt from Savvy Turtle.
Hey, Mike.
Sir.
Check the chat real quick. Savvy Turtle says everybody on the list wins.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Did we miss anybody?
That's what he said right down there.
Are you sure about that? That's a lot of shirts, bro. Hold on, 1, 2.
And apparently we get shirts too.
All right. There's 10 people in chat, including us. So 7 outside of us.
Cool.
All right. Everybody in chat, if you would like a free shirt. Oops, that's my ugly face alone. Don't want that. Never do that. If you would like a free shirt, hit me up on Twitter. I'm making a list. If you're in the chat right now as I'm speaking, and you will get a free t-shirt courtesy of Savvy Turtle. So that's it for the marketing side of it. We just wanted to make it a little bit fun. Didn't mean to draw it out that much. Not used to giving stuff away. Used to trying to sell stuff. So grats to Gary. Grats to the rest of the chat that just came up a t-shirt.
That's pretty cool.
I guess we'll wind it down with that. I just want to say thank you for stopping by. Keep your heads on a swivel for what happens next with Tech Circus. We're just making this up as we go. Saturday, it's kind of like, I don't know, get back to us on the Twitter at Tech Circus 3. Tell us, tweet us if this time sucks, if you like it, there's a better time, because the 3 of us, we just do this to mess around. It's a good time, but we also have to balance our lives and our channels with it. So we'll take into consideration what we can. In the meantime, you guys got anything else?
I do not. I have nothing exciting.
Sure, you don't have anything to say, Chris?
I
mean,
all? The not only thing what was I going to say, Mike? I can't remember now.
Something regarding being busy tomorrow, possibly?
Yeah, actually it is right. I did want to, that's the real prize for anyone still watching, is I'm actually not going to be doing my live tomorrow. I have other plans tomorrow that I cannot shake, so I'm actually not going to be live streaming. However, as a bonus for that, I am going to start doing a little bit more on the pop-up thing. So you'll probably notice me doing more short format pop-ups, but I am not going to be doing my live tomorrow. Unfortunately, I can't send a note out to my subs and say, I'm not doing it. So I'm telling you all here, even though it's not my channel, and I'll drop a tweet after the show as well. But yeah, I will not be doing live tomorrow.
So no brunch with Chris.
Scheduled programming. No brunch with Chris, no battery power, no Sunday school, no sermon, whatever you call it. It's not on for tomorrow. We are off for tomorrow, but we'll see what happens in the future. And also the other thing too, I think we should, like you were talking about this before about our schedule and what we're doing here. If folks like enjoy this time slot, certainly make sure that you're hitting us up on Twitter, either individually, tag the Tech Circus Twitter, whatever. I'm Near a Charger on Twitter. The other guys are pretty obvious who they are. I'm just not, because I like to be branded differently. But let us know what you think. Let us know if there's, if the Saturday thing is working for you, or if you prefer that we're on some other time. Do you like the channel rotation thing, or do you hate it? This is the second time we've done it. So I'm looking for that feedback. And also, as a reminder, and I think Mike hit this probably at the beginning of the show, but this will be downloaded and loaded up to the regular TC channel on Monday. So the people like Drew Lips, who like to join and participate, but we always drag him away from his family for too long in the wee hours of the evening. He will be watching this thing on Monday. So that'll be loaded up Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, for everyone that wants to catch the replay.
That's right. And I'll shut up now. Pepper, you got anything coming up this week? Let the people know about?
Nothing planned. unless something comes up, I get responses. Nothing planned for Thursday this week as far as like creator interview or anything, but I do plan on doing a solo stream at least. And then of course next week, Saturday, will be my turn to be in charge of this crazy fun thing. So I will say, anybody who's on here and is not following us all on Twitter or subscribe to all of us, make sure you do that, so that way you know which one of our channels it's on. You'll get the notifications, things of that nature. You get to see our regular stuff. And that's all I got for this week.
Cool. I'll just say it one more time then before we get out of here and let everybody go about their Saturday evening. If you were in the chat for the t-shirt giveaway, all of you won. So I know who most of you are. If you are not following me on Twitter, it's Tech702Mike. Make sure you send me a DM to get your t-shirt. So some of you I know I talk to a lot. For those of you I don't talk to that much, or I don't know what your Twitter handle is, hit me on Twitter. So you can just, my DMs are open, nothing, no passwords required or anything like that. So hit me up. I'll put you in touch with Savvy Turtle. You'll get your free t-shirt. Congratulations, Gary, on your $25. Hey, it's $25 just for showing up. And thank you guys all for your time. Everybody, don't drink too much. Be safe out there. Well, drink whatever you want. I don't care. Be safe, though. Be smart about it. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Thank you all for rocking with us. Thanks for Tana for stopping by. Thank everybody in chat. And until next Saturday, we're out of here.
Thanks, everyone.